The New England Patriots did not move like a team trying to survive the AFC. They moved like a team that knows something the rest of the league is about to feel. One phone call brought A.J. Brown to Foxborough, and suddenly Drake Maye is not staring at the same offense anymore. This is the part that should scare people. The Patriots already had the quarterback. They already had the defense. Now they have the one weapon that can turn every close game into a problem. Last season left a mark. New England got close enough to see the finish line, then watched the Seattle Seahawks walk away with the moment the Patriots wanted. That kind of loss can break a team, or it can sharpen one. This offseason looks like the second one. Mike Vrabel did not wait around hoping the young core would slowly grow. He got Maye help, added power up front with Elijah Vera Tucker, brought in first-round rookie Caleb Lomu, and gave the offense a real top target who changes how defenses have to line up before the ball is even snapped. But here's the part nobody should skip. This is not just about A.J. Brown. This is about a roster that suddenly has pressure everywhere. Christian Gonzalez leads a defense that already looked ready for January. Milton Williams and Christian Barmore give the front real force inside. The offense finally has names that make defenses nervous. And right in the middle of it all stands Drake Maye, the player who made this whole plan possible. Because before we talk about the new weapon, the crowded receiver room, or the final missing piece, we have to talk about the quarterback who changed the Patriots' timeline. Nobody understood how dangerous Drake Maye had become until the Patriots stopped treating him like a young quarterback and started building like he was already the center of a title push. That is the real shift in Foxborough. The new weapons matter, but they only matter because Maye forced the front office to move faster. He turned patience into urgency. That is not normal growth. That is a warning every contender heard before the first trade happened. Think about what he did before the help arrived. Maye threw for 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions, while leading the league in completion rate and yards per attempt. Those are not empty numbers from a loose offense chasing points. Those are winning numbers from a quarterback who protected the ball, attacked deep, and kept calm when the pocket got messy. He was not carried by the system. He raised the system. Now the pressure flips. Defenses can no longer look at Maye and dare the outside receivers to beat them. If they sit back, he can take the easy throws. If they crowd the middle, he can punish them over the top. If they blitz, his answers arrive faster than the rush. This is why the next part matters so much, because when a quarterback already playing like this finally gets A.J. Brown, the offense stops asking for respect and starts forcing fear. A.J. Brown is not just another big name added to a depth chart. He is the kind of receiver who changes the first thought inside a defensive meeting. Corners cannot play him soft, safeties cannot ignore his side, and linebackers feel his presence before the route even breaks. That is why this move hits different. The Patriots did not buy noise. They bought stress, the weekly kind that follows a defense from Monday to kickoff. The history makes it sharper. Mike Vrabel knows exactly who Brown is because he helped bring him into the league with Tennessee back in 2019. That matters. There is no guessing game about work habits, toughness, or how he handles hard coaching. Brown arrives with 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, but the number is only part of it. The real value is trust. When a coach already believes in the player, and the player already knows the standard, the adjustment can move faster than people expect. Now put that beside Drake Maye. The back shoulder throw becomes alive. The deep comeback becomes dangerous. The red zone stops feeling squeezed. Romeo Doubs gets cleaner space, Hunter Henry gets softer coverage, and Demario Douglas can attack inside without every defender sitting on the short game. That is the hidden power of a true number one. He does not need every catch to control a game. He just needs attention, and attention opens the next problem. And that pressure leads straight into the crowded receiver room. Kayshon Boutte is the name that makes this receiver room feel tense because his situation proves how fast the Patriots changed. Last year, New England needed every spark it could find outside. Now the same room has A.J. Brown at the top, Romeo Doubs beside him, Mack Hollins bringing size, and Demario Douglas still working the middle. That is not a small upgrade. That is a room where good players can suddenly feel the walls closing. The hard part is that Boutte did not play like a throwaway piece. He gave the offense real juice, with 551 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 33 catches in the regular season. That production matters. But football does not wait for feelings. Brown needs targets. Doubs did not come to stand still. Douglas has a clear slot job. Hollins brings blocking and red zone value. Then Kyle Williams and Efton Chisholm III keep pushing from behind. Everybody cannot be featured before training camp even fully begins. That is why the trade talk feels less shocking when the room is lined up clearly. Boot may still help New England, and he may still want the right role, but the path is tighter than it was a month ago. The Patriots did not create drama on purpose. They created competition, and competition always exposes the next hard decision. The offense looks deeper, faster, and more dangerous now, but one injury at tight end is about to test how flexible this plan really is. Julian Hill going down changed more than one spot on the depth chart. It stole a piece of the Patriots' offense that rarely gets loud credit, but quietly decides whether the whole thing stays balanced. He was not brought in to chase headlines. He was brought in to block, move bodies, help the run game, and give Josh McDaniels another heavy package answer. One practice changed that plan, and suddenly a strong offense had its first uncomfortable question. Now the job gets heavier for Hunter Henry. He is still trusted, still smart, still the player Drake Maye can find when the play bends out of shape. But New England cannot ask him to carry every tight end snap like the clock stopped. That is where Eli Raridon becomes important fast. He is a third-round rookie from Notre Dame with size and receiving upside, but this is no slow learning path now. The injury pushed him closer to real pressure before he has even played a regular season snap. Behind him, Jack Westover, CJ Dipre, and Tanner Arkin are not just camp names anymore. They are part of the insurance plan. That is the twist. The Patriots fixed the wide receiver room, but tight end suddenly became the spot that could shape formations, run looks, and protection help. If this group holds, the offense stays flexible. If it does not, the front office may have to move again. And that makes the offensive line the next place to watch. Will Campbell is the quiet name holding the Patriots' dream together. Everybody wants to talk about the catch, the throw, the trade, and the final score, but none of it works if Drake Maye spends Sundays running for safety instead of hunting big plays. That is why the offensive line matters now. It is not background noise. It is the gate in front of the whole season. This group has more answers than it had before. Alijah Vera-Tucker gives New England a proven veteran inside, the kind of blocker who can settle a messy front and keep the pocket from folding too. Fast, Mike Onwenu brings power. Jared Wilson gives the middle a young anchor. Then comes Caleb Lomu, the first-round rookie tackle from Utah, a player built for the future, but already important because depth on the edge of the line can disappear quickly in this league. One injury can turn comfort into panic. The hidden link is simple. A.J. Brown can win deep, but deep routes need time. Romeo Doubs can separate, but timing needs clean feet. Hunter Henry can find soft spots, but the quarterback needs a pocket to see them. If this line holds, Maye gets to play calm football with dangerous weapons. If it cracks, every shiny move loses shine fast. That is why the next test is not loud. It is brutal, and it starts where pressure always starts, up front, because protection decides whether this hope becomes real in January again. Here's where the Patriots story gets dangerous again. The offense grabbed the spotlight, but the defense still owns the coldest part of this rebuild. Christian Gonzalez gives New England a corner who can erase rhythm. Christian Barmore and Milton Williams give the middle real push. That base is strong enough to win ugly games. The question is whether it can finish quarterbacks when January gets tight. The warning sign is the edge. Lavon Chasen left for Washington after a breakout year, and that loss matters because pressure is not easy to replace. Harold Landry brings proven rush ability, but he is returning from knee work. Draymond Jones adds force, yet he is not the whole answer outside. Elijah Ponder flashed late with 4 sacks, which deserves attention, but the Patriots cannot build a Super Bowl plan on hope alone. That is why rookie Gabe Jacques has become so interesting, even while his early injury delay makes the timeline harder. This is the spot where one move could shake the whole conference. Kayvon Thibodeau is the dream swing if New York ever listens, because top-edge talent rarely appears when a contender needs it. Joey Bosa would be the veteran gamble if health and price line up. The point is simple. Add it closer, and this defense stops being good. It becomes the unit every quarterback checks twice before the snap, and once that happens, the AFC East conversation turns from interesting to uncomfortable fast for everyone watching New England. The AFC East no longer feels like a one-team race waiting for the same ending. Buffalo Bills still deserve respect because Josh Allen keeps every season alive and every defense nervous. But the gap behind them changed. New England Patriots are no longer asking for patience. They are showing teeth, and that makes the whole division feel tighter before September even arrives. The New York Jets can still make games ugly with talent on defense, And the Miami Dolphins can burn any opponent with speed, but New England now has balance. Those teams must answer. Drake Maye gives the Patriots stability at the hardest position. A.J. Brown gives them a true finishing target. Christian Gonzalez gives the defense a clean answer against top receivers. That mix is what makes this different. It is not one hot move. It is a roster starting to make sense from every angle. And the wild part is the Patriots may not be finished. Philadelphia Eagles walked away with future picks. Howie Roseman protected tomorrow, and Mekhi Lemon becomes part of their next receiver plan. But Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel chose now. If one more pass rusher lands in Foxborough, the question changes fast. It is not whether the Patriots are better. It is whether anyone in the AFC wants to see this version of them in January. That is the fear hiding under every offseason headline in the league right now, too.